And we will move immediately to our next speaker. I'm trying here to keep us on time. Of course, each one of you, we would have loved to hear you for a half an hour, easy. I'm sure that there will be continuation following this webinar. Our next speaker is Ty Damour, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships in AudioEyes USA. And Ty is going to talk about new technology for website accessibility. Ty, please.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. But before doing so, I'm a white male in a hoodie. I also I'm in the casual quarantine dress code still with my quarantine hat on that has been on for the last 9 months. So thank you, everyone. It's amazing watching everyone present today and all these awesome technologies and people from all over the world. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let me know if you're able to see full screen. Perfect. So first and foremost, a little bit about AudioEye. So AudioEye, we focus on digital accessibility. We are over tens of thousands of clients ranging from large enterprises to very small, medium-sized businesses. But really at AudioEye, what we try to do is try to combine the most innovative technology with AI and so forth, and also a team of expertise, because what we want is a true inclusive world for all, as all of us on this phone do and on this Zoom call today do. And really what we think is that we need to find ways to get accessibility to the everyday designer, the everyday developer, and even going into the novice level. And that's really where we focus on with our technology and how we view digital accessibility. So we have an approach, right? We believe, as we've heard on this call, that there's this blend. There's AI tech, and then there's experts. And if you can blend those two together, you can find an efficient way to scale accessibility. With over 90% of the web still inaccessible, we really feel that there needs to be this blended approach. And that's really what we do. And we've actually just launched out a new product that we'll go through today that really helps us understand how can we utilize as much AI to drive efficiency and as much expertise with manual testing. And when you're doing manual testing, can you start to find patterns? Is the web actually sequenced in a way where when we start to find these patterns, we can create automation to these patterns? And the only way we'll find these patterns is by utilizing a manual user. So with that, we've launched an all new platform that just came out last week. Inside of this platform, we are now starting to utilize an accessibility score. But one of the biggest things that we're doing is live monitoring. So the way that our technology works is that it's a JavaScript that goes into the footer of your website. Now that JavaScript does a few things, from remediations, but more importantly, it gives us the ability to start monitoring where accessibility is on your website, where accessibility pitfalls are, and where we can find ways to present those pitfalls to the user or to the developer so that they don't make them again, and that we can actually solve those issues, and really trying to simplify that process, right? Accessibility is something that we still are working very hard on to get integrated into education and into schools. So how can we take this accessibility score and this live monitoring and deliver it to the web pro or the designer or the developer to try to teach them and educate them about accessibility along this process? So this is a little bit of how the portal looks and what the portal is. So from the moment that you embed the JavaScript, we're going to start calculating an accessibility score. So we're utilizing an algorithm that's written to the most current standards, and we're actually being able to detect those issues and start to deliver back a score. But one thing that we do at AudioEye, and I think we heard this with IBM as well, is that we're starting to look at things and say, okay, with 100% confidence with automation, we know that these are issues of accessibility. With 50% confidence, we know that this is a potential problem. And on those issues that are potential problems, instead of taking a guess or instead of risking the ability of a false positive, what we're actually doing is we have a community of assistive technology testers or SMEs that will actually go through and identify those issues and say, nope, that is an accessibility issue, or that is not an accessibility issue. And we're actually testing those so that we can find as much automation as we possibly can but then consistently keeping that manual touch in the process. Now, one thing that we think is very revolutionary to how we're presenting this is that we're going to start to pattern the issues that we find. So if we saw something that said, you know, this is a 50% of a problem of accessibility, and all of a sudden we consistently are starting to manually remediate that, our team is able to start finding that pattern. So think of it a lot like when you talk to Siri, right? The first time that you talk to Siri might not be great, but the more and more and more you're utilizing that speech to text, it's going to get better and better and better. That's the same way that we view our automation, is that the more manual users that we put in identifying these problems and identifying how we remediate and how we identify them, the more automation we're going to be able to get. And then the more we're going to be able to present that to the user so that we can shift left and not start that problem from the development process. But more importantly, we can deliver accessible technology to the users. You'll also see in our portal that we are talking a lot about accessibility and educating. We think at AudioEye that the more education we can get out there, the better. So we're really trying to simplify it down and trying to get as much communication out to the public, but really simplifying down that information and not trying to go to 202 type content and keeping it very much at 101 from the start. The next is just a little bit about our monitoring. Our live monitoring system is something that I love because the JavaScript is on the site at all times. With that JavaScript being on the site, we're able to consistently monitor in real time all the time. So if we see an accessibility score immediately drop down, and it's because XYZ marketing department didn't tell someone that they're going to release something, we can quickly notify that. We can remediate that with the team. And then also we can talk to that, to that team that uploaded the inaccessible content and really try to shift left again and saying, hey, let's not do that. But that live monitoring gives us the ability to quickly identify when something on the site could have gone wrong. And that still for us is a big thing because that JavaScript is always scanning, it's always running so that we can know where these real-time issues could solve problems or create problems for AT users. Just a little bit more about AudioEye. I know that we're a little short on time, so we'll keep it quick. Is that we really take accessibility to our heart. And I want to spend a little bit time talking about the IAAP and the CPAC certification. At AudioEye, every single employee that comes into the organization has to go through CPAC certification within their first year of employment. We believe that not only is accessibility something that we are trying to teach our clients, but we are trying to make this more mainstream. And we believe that, just like when you launch a website, you need to find out what hosting company you're going to work with and what platform you're going to be on. You need to figure out how you're going to make your site accessible, whether you're going to educate yourself and do it yourself, whether you're going to use automated tools or you're going to outsource it. So we highly encourage everyone to take that CPAC certification. It is something that will teach you a lot of foundational knowledge on accessibility. And at AudioEye, we're always happy to help. If you are going to take CPAC and you look for study materials or you want to join our Slack channel where you can get with our employees on CPAC, feel free to give us a call or email us and we'd be more than happy to. So thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you very much.